The fourth law is law of navigation. Law of navigation of leadership. The sentence of the chapter goes like that: anyone can steer the ship, but it takes a leader to chart the course. Anyone can steer the ship, but when it comes that you are in the middle of a sea, and when sea is really very aggressive, then it requires a leader to chart the course to reach the destination. So that's the law of navigation. Navigation is basically to take you from one point to another point, from point A to point B to point C. So organizations and leaders set certain goals for the people, and then these leaders take you to the different points, and ultimately we reach the goal, success. But how this navigation takes place, that is really very crucial for the success of a team. So law of navigation, how leaders take you from point A, point B, point C, point D. That is law of navigation. Before good leaders take their people to a journey, they go through a process in order to give them the truth, the best chance of being a success. Now that we can relate with one statement from a book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, where the author says that be proactive. Things happen twice. Once in imagination in your mind, and second time they happen actually. Before leaders take the entire team and the people and the entire organizations on a journey, they go through the process how this journey will happen and how we can give the people the best experience. Everything they think in their mind first. Former General Electric chairman Jack Welch says that a good leader remains focused on controlling the direction of the people rather than getting controlled by the direction itself. Jack Welch says that a person should be able to see the direction where the ship is heading to. But good navigators just do not stop at controlling the people's behavior. They do not stop just at controlling the behavior of the people. They first see entire trip in the mind well in advance. They have vision for getting their destination. So that's the goal, that we want to be number one company in the consumer service. As far as washing machines are concerned, they have certain goal. And how to reach that destination, they have decided about the journey in their mind. They will decide that which are the people who are required in the ship, who will be the most effective people in the ship. They are aware about what resources are required. They recognize the obstacles well before the other people. That we have decided a goal that I want to be a number one company in customer service in washing machines. They know what are the obstacles, what are the challenges, what are the drawbacks of the company, what are the weaknesses of the company. They know the obstacles very well, and then they take the first step. So the good leaders understand what are the obstacles, how to overcome these obstacles, which are the right set of people who should be there in the ship in the entire journey, and they should know what things to be done to reach the destination. So a good leader, the most effective sentence what I personally felt in this chapter is, a good leader is a one who can see more than what others can see. They can see more. They can see more. They have probably better knowledge of the things. They have more experience. They know how to see the things. They know how to ask questions to the right people. Because of their knowledge and past experience, they can see more than what others can see. They can see farther. Okay, their horizon of thinking is little bit ahead than what other people can see. and they can see before others see. So they can see before others see that these are the things that will happen in the future. From the business perspective, we see that these are the trends which may happen, which may take place in the business horizon. They are good leaders. Again, I repeat, a leader is a one who sees more than others. They can see farther than others, and they can see before others can do. Let's take the example of Netflix as an organization. The founders thought of a trend that people are liking to spend their time on internet. Internet is getting popular. Second thing, internet is becoming faster. So why not encash this option? Internet is getting penetrated. Internet is becoming faster and faster. So can we start something like Netflix of something streaming business which can get audience from TV and theaters to a smaller screen of mobile and then other screens, so they can see in advance before others. Their spectrum of thinking is wider and they can see more farther and earlier. They can see than what other people can see. So navigation, good navigators always listen to what others have to say, even though probably you are having best of your past experience. You have a lot of experience of journeys, you have been a good leader in really great organization. Still, you yourself will not have all the answers in the world. That's why all the top-notch navigators gather information from many sources. Winston Churchill, at the time of World War, he was having entirely dedicated different department to only give real valid information about what is happening at the war front, apart from the formal department. Good leaders always like to listen from others' sources as well. Good navigating leaders get ideas from many sources. They just don't rely on their knowledge and formal sources of information. They listen to their people in the leadership team. Okay, there is nothing bad to listen from your team. Probably your team members may be junior, but they may be having better ideas than you as far as the topic is concerned. They have probably read better than you. So always ask a team, your team, as well as your leadership team. You should always talk to the people in the organization who are working at the grassroots level. That what are the feelings? What are the feelings? So all the good leaders, they have this informal network where they could actually talk to the people who are at the grassroots level and thinking about what is happening at the grassroots level. And they spend time with leaders from other organizations. So they spend time with their team, they spend time with their leadership team, they talk to the people who are working at the grassroots level. Not only that, they also rely on the leaders of the other organization who mentor them. So information from any source is good as far as the source of information is good. They always think that a teamwork is always better. So they rely on the capabilities and the potential of team rather than just themselves. We have seen lot many examples that organization is started by the genius person. The person is absolutely genius. But what happens after that? What happens after that? You just cannot rely on the intelligence and capacities of one person. You should always listen what other wants to say in this particular scenario. So leaders, navigators always listen to what others have to say. Good navigators always make their conclusion which represent both fact and faith. Good navigators are always very realistic people. They are always very realistic people. But one more quality of good navigators is confidence. The leaders needs to be confident about the plan or the image they are making about the journey. If they are not confident enough about their mental preparation about the journey to success, they cannot convince other people. So it should be both positive, they should have a lot of positive attitude, but with the positive attitude, they should be also very realistic about what they have. If I am setting a too high goal for my organization, what are my challenges? What are the hurdles? What are the resources organization has? Whether the organization is in state to achieve that success or not. You have to take into consideration all those facts, but still remain very positive. You cannot run away from the facts and figures, but still you need to have a lot of faith in yourself that you will achieve your goal. Jim Collins in his book states that leaders need to confront all the brutal facts, the challenges of the organization, the resource problem, limited number of opportunities, competition. They should confront all the brutal facts in the world, but they should have a faith that in the end I will prevail. My organization prevail and it will emerge as a winner. That faith you require. Navigators always need to balance this faith with facts. Intuition with planning. That's a very important characteristic of navigators. Basically, if you see the law of navigation, it is much more of technical side of manager. So management or leadership is as it is also an art. Also, it is a little bit technicality. That is some stepwise processes, some norms, some SOPs. Law of navigation goes to technical aspect. Law of navigation will tell you some structuredness that this will happen, after that this will happen, after that this will happen. It's much more about your structured approach to the problem, structured approach to your goals. People say that it's very lonely at the top. When you are at the top post position in the organization, it's a very lonely position. When you are feeling that you are very lonely at the top, then you are managing people. Then you are not leading the people. Leading people, then you are not alone. Leading is what? You go to the people and go to them, talk to them, communicate with them and tell that that's the point we need to reach. And you take all of them to that point. In that, you develop yourself and you develop all those people who are with you. So when you are at the top, still you can be with a lot of friends, your great supporters, your great colleagues which are going to support you. So when you are a leader, you are never alone when you are at the top. So I have broken down, the author has broken down this particular law of navigation into two words: plan ahead. Plan ahead. Plan starts for PLAN. PLAN. P stands for predetermine a course of action. Predetermine a course of action. So before entering into the ship, when you are on the dock, you should know how I'm going to travel. How I'm going to travel. What is the way? What hurdles will come? What challenges I will face? And you should have a backup plan for everything. So your course of action should be always ready. We have already discussed this thing in this chapter only, that your mental map should be ready before you start the journey. So predetermine a course of action. PL. L stands for lay out your goals. Lay out your goals. So when you are looking for some success, some big success, you should try to divide it into smarter goals. What are these goals? These goals are a part of process to achieve success. These goals are part of I say stepping stones to achieve success. So they are part of process. So set smaller goals, smarter goals to achieve a little bit higher success. So you always need to lay out your goals. When the goals are ready, these goals are basically stepping stones, as I said, or you can say that these are the milestone in the journey of success. But this should be ready, otherwise it will be very difficult to map where you are. So set goals, let out your goals. PLA, A stands for adjust your priorities. Adjust your priorities. Now when you are in a journey to success and you are having a lot of things in your mind is full of activities, some of them may be relevant for your journey to success, some of them may not be relevant. So you have to decide your priority. Okay, these things are important in my life, or for the organization these things are less important. So whatever is less important, get rid of it. It's not your priority. You are carrying additional burden on your shoulders towards success. So priorities, PLA, is adjust your priorities. PLAN. N stands for notify key people. Notify key people. A good leader always takes, as I said, people along with him. And whenever they are talking about a journey to success, a big vision, a big dream, go to your key people, talk to them. Okay, this is what I want to do. This is, I dream about the organization. And when you communicate with your key people, they will give you better ideas. You will having better tools in your hand. What is a good team? The definition of good team is when you say something to the team, when you give some ideas to the team gives you more and more and more and better. So if your key people, discuss with them, communicate with them, talk with them constantly, they will give you better inputs about how to achieve the goal, because it's a kind of group thinking which gives you benefit of synergy. So PLAN, P, predetermine your course of action. L, write out your goals. A, adjust your priorities. N, it is about notify key people. Plan ahead. A stands for allow time for acceptance. Allow time for acceptance. Whenever you are probably putting a new idea before a group of people, give some time to digest it. Digest it in the sense people need to adjust with the ideas emotionally. Emotional acceptance of the things are very important. If people, key people or group members are not accepting your idea, the idea is not digestible emotionally, then the journey will be difficult for you. So give them certain time. Okay, some time to settle for new ideas, new concept, new approach. So give them enough time. Ahead, H stands for head into action. Now it's whatever we thought was about planning. Now it's about heading for action. Now you have decided your course of action, you have decided your goals, your key people are having the idea, you have taken the ideas for them, they are comfortable with your vision and dream. Now it's a time for action. Implement the things, whatever you have planned. AHE, expect problems. Now the law says that whenever you take action, there will be friction. Whenever you are going to take action, there will be friction. So once you start the action, people will come with the problems, and that is but natural. Whenever something new happens, it is something uncertain which is not seen People may have a lot of doubts in their mind. They will come with you. So problems are always going to be there in the team. And that's what is the job of a leader. If there are no problem, all the people in the team are performing really very, very well, then what is your need in the organization? You are there in the organization to handle those problems. Otherwise, you are not required. So problems are bound to be there. Understand the people who are coming with the problems and try to solve. But expect problems. Problems are going to be there. Nothing is going to be 100% smoother and finer. Last point is always point to the success. PLAN, plan ahead. AHE, ahead. Always point to the success. Now you have decided some goals. I said they are the milestone, they are the stepping stones in the journey of success. Once you achieve certain goal, however small it is, but you have said, okay, this is my short-term goal, and you achieve it as a team, it's a time to celebrate. Enjoy that success. Enjoy that success. Why enjoy that success? Because it will probably give inspiration to the team that whatever leader has decided, we are achieving it. We are on the right track. It will create more trust in the other group members about the leader, that yes, we are on the right path, we have the capability, and our path of execution is also great. So whenever you achieve a small goal, celebrate that success. Last, plan ahead. D is daily review your plan. Daily review your plan is what? In spite of small successes, goal achievement, every day you have to review that whether I'm on the right track or not, whether everything is happening as per plan or not, because it's a map. It's a map of journey. If you lose the track, if you lose the map of a journey, then you will be in the air asking for help. So always track every day that whether you are on the right track or not, whether people are doing the things correctly or not. Every day monitor the progress. This is law of navigation.